Hi everybody, Shannon here. Okay, so another paranormal type experience video. I have way too many like weird experiences, and I call them paranormal because like I just cannot explain what happens. I can't like scientifically try to like figure this out, like what it could be and stuff. So like that's why I call it paranormal. And I've had so many that I figure like I can just do a whole bunch of videos, okay? So that like if you've had similar experiences, maybe you can relate or whatever. Maybe you just want to know more about the phenomena or hear some cool stories, okay? Now, mind you, all the stories I'm gonna tell you, like stuff that's happened, okay? I've tried like reasoning these experiences. Like there's I should say usually there's never like a draft or like freaking somebody else in the room or like there's no like reasonable explanations for these experiences. And if you do have any questions of, oh well, it could be this or maybe it could be that, like feel free to comment below and I'll answer your questions because like I said, okay, if I had a reasonable explanation, I'd probably feel better because then I wouldn't be like, oh, something's trying to follow me around all the time and contact me that I can't visually see. Like it would be awesome to know that there was like a scientific explanation for this and not just, okay, some shit's happening and I don't know what's going on. Like it's kind of scary, okay? It does get scary sometimes, and sometimes it's like stupid little pranks that aren't really a big deal. Um, Most of the time, like when people have like paranormal experiences, like most of the time it's not like anything malevolent, and everyone thinks that if you're contacted by some sort of spirit or being, it's got to be a demon or the devil or whatever. Let me just start off by saying this. First off, if it was the devil, like how could he manage to like do like all like doesn't he have like more important things to do, like like world domination or something? Why would he be wasting his time like scaring the shit out of people? Okay, so yeah, here we go. um One of the more recent experiences that I've had in this house, and I told you guys in my other video about the whole like blinds and shit moving around, the AC or no fans or anything was on, but the freaking blinds were moving in the living room. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something else, and I actually just recently told my husband this. I thought I told him this before, and apparently I didn't. Okay, but it was something that freaked me out, okay, because well, I'll start with this. Okay, I experience a lot of like sleep paralysis, and I believe that it's due to my meditations. Um, for me, I like to meditate right before bed because it's when I'm most relaxed. It's when like my little kids are sleeping. So like for me, I meditate lying down because it's just most comfortable for me to just completely relax. And when I meditate, like I can't feel my body. My whole body goes numb. So like I think my meditations kind of like are connected to sleep paralysis that I experience sometimes because I do meditate before bed. But let me just say, during the sleep paralysis, lots of weird things happen. Okay, and I know everybody tries to explain, like, scientifically, like sleep paralysis is now like a disease or something. It's when you experience some, pressure on your chest, and it's pretty much just your body having a panic attack because your brain's awake and your body's asleep. Okay, and then, like, I don't get how scientifically you can explain, like, hearing or seeing things, like, during sleep paralysis. Like, you're awake. Anybody that's actually experienced sleep paralysis, you know that you're awake, okay? All you can do is like move your eyes, but you know that you're awake. Like you're aware of that you're awake, okay? You know that you're not sleeping and you know that your body can't move at the moment. So, like, if you're aware that you're awake and you're hearing sounds, like, you're pretty sure that it's not in your head. You're hearing sounds outside. Something's moving over here and you're seeing it or hearing it, okay? Like, scientifically, I don't think these scientists have actually experienced sleep paralysis. I think they're just coming up with scientific study, which for me, you don't know something until you've experienced it or done it yourself. So, that being said, okay, this story actually doesn't involve sleep paralysis. It involves something else, okay? Um, I had woken up in the middle of the night, okay, and for some odd reason, okay, and sleep paralysis is linked to this time as well, which just kind of throws some questions. A lot of people experience sleep paralysis at like 3 or 3:30 in the morning. It's like 3 to 4 is like the range that you experience like sleep paralysis. So why would multiple people around the world have like weird paranormal experiences or sleep paralysis all at the same time? That's just weird. Okay? So anyways, um it was around like 3 or 3:30. I woke up and I was hearing sounds, okay? What sounded like breathing, okay? So I got scared, obviously, okay? And I thought I saw something standing in my room, okay? Like a dark, shadowy figure standing in my room. So I'm terrified. I heard breathing. I saw something that freaking wasn't, I couldn't make out any face or any like distinct features. All I knew was there was like just a dark patch because I got my alarm clock in my room and I got one of those like basic alarm clocks with like the blue digital lights. So it like lights up like just enough of the room. It's like the night light for the bedroom. So I could like basically see everything in my room, and then all of a sudden there was this just dark blackness tall thing in the room. Okay, so I'm freaked out now because I heard something breathing, like right next to my head lying down, and then I see something, at the end of my bed. So I freaked out, okay? And when I freak out and have these experiences, the first thing I do is turn to my husband and curl up against his back and hold on to him tight and, put the blanket all the way, up to me because, for some reason we feel like the blanket will protect us from boogeyman. So, yeah, so I'm like curled up against my husband, I feel his back and everything, and I'm like, okay, I'm safe, because like for some reason they don't mess with my husband. Okay, now that was at like 3:30 in the morning. I woke up a second time at like 5 in the morning. Okay, let me tell you this little backstory so you can get a general idea. My husband works, you know, um, crazy shifts at his job. Okay, and for a while he was working till, anywhere from 5:30 to 6 in the morning. Okay, sleep schedule. When I woke up that morning, okay, after experiencing what I experienced around 3:30, okay, and cuddling up with my husband, I woke up around 5 and looked next to me for my husband. He wasn't there. My husband had not even come home yet. I looked out the window to see, because when I turned, and saw him, I was like, oh, he was just lying in the bed with me, like, an hour and a half ago or so. Was he like maybe playing video games, in the living room? Because, he tended to do that. So, but I like peeked out the window to look in our driveway, and the van wasn't there. So that's when like I started to get a little concerned because I said, okay, my husband hasn't even come home yet. I thought I was snuggling against him. What the hell did I snuggle with? Okay? Because it felt like my husband's back. It felt like my husband's body. It felt like it was him. Okay? I know what my husband feels like. Okay? I snuggle with him every night before bed. Okay? And I swore that that was my husband lying in bed with me with his shirt off as usual, sleep attire. And so waking up like at 5 in the something morning and realizing that my husband wasn't even home yet, that freaked me out. And, I told my husband this, and he blew it off because, I mean, it's not that he doesn't believe, it's just like, he wants more convincing, like, if you're gonna do something besides stupid pranks. But, yeah. So I was snuggling in bed with something that, like, it wasn't my husband. I don't know what it was, or who it was, or what. But, yeah. Freaky. Scary. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay? It wasn't, a dream. I know people are going to chalk it up to it was just, a realistic dream or something. But if you lived in my shoes and you were me, you would know that the difference between a dream and not. Like, I have crazy, ridiculous dreams, and I can even control my dreams when I want to. Like, if I'm focusing, like, you know how people say you can, like, realize that you're in a dream and, like, just do whatever you want in it? Like, I've done that before. I've practiced, like, controlling my dreams where, you know, I can make shit like levitate, make myself levitate or fly in dreams. Like, I've practiced this before. It's not easy, but it can be done. So, yeah, I knew that this wasn't a dream because I woke up and was terrified and then rolled over and went back to sleep with what I thought was my husband. So, I don't know. I don't know what that could have been. So, I'm going to do another video, guys. I hope you like this one. I hope it creeped you out a little bit. Okay, next video, bye!